All right, y'all, we got another one. MAGA is full of DEI hires by Antonio Talks. Let's get it. And don't forget to
hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.
You heard me straight up. Let's get into it.
MAGA is full of DEI hires. I don't know if y'all peeped it yet, but it is insane. Most of the people in this Trump administration are severely underqualified. In my opinion, there is a rise of anti-intellectualism. I'm starting to see a lot of folks be like, oh, don't go to college, don't do this, don't do that. Although college isn't like the ultimate thing you can do to be successful in life, we have to stop downplaying people that do have degrees. For example, if you are an NBA player, this is your profession. You're obviously going to think you're better than the average person. So for people with degrees that study, I give them the same grace, okay? You know more than me. I can admit that. That don't mean that
ain't necessarily true, bro. I've met so many people who never went to college who are way smarter than me, and I have a degree in biology and a minor in chemistry mathematics. So I've met tons of people who ain't never touched a college campus who are literally operating on a higher intellectual plane than me. College teaches you how to be a robot, bro. Like, you study what you study, and it doesn't really mean that you're smart. And I'm willing to die on that hill. I'm willing to, because I went to college, I went to school with really smart people. And another thing is this, with the DEI shit, everybody in Trump's administration can be replaced with a highly more capable black or brown person, even a white person, I would assume. But those white people can't get the job because they are not willing to bow down to Trump. And the black and browns won't get the job because, let's just be real, man, it's a white supremacist organization and they trying to act like they're not.
That you're going to always be right, though, but I feel like we should also just give them that respect. Y'all know I gotta bring race into it, but I haven't seen an increase of black people going to college, graduating, getting degrees. And I think this is why a lot of people are like, oh, you don't need to go to college anymore. Hey, those
moving the goalposts. I said this years ago, whenever black people started getting degrees in droves, that's when they watered down the job marketplace and they stopped putting weight on those degrees. And it's almost as like the more degrees out there floating, the less demand there are for them. And it came at the point when black people had access to education at a much more higher rate. And that's the hill I'm willing to die on too, because I know when I graduated, I could not find a job with my degree.
was my 2 cents, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just saying. Let's take Charlie Kirk, for example, man. He is the definition of white mediocrity. This man went to a community college, dropped out, didn't finish, and then down the line started preaching about DEI, black women, DEI pilots. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the nerve of some of these folks. Now, the reason I'm even doing this video is because of Trump's newest and latest DEI hire. It is absolutely insane, bro.
We have some news right now quietly over.
And you know what's crazy? Someone like Charlie Kirk would try to shit on a person like me who has done research in a lab under respected scientists like Dr. Harris McFerrin at Tulane and Xavier University, and his research with tumor cancer and things of that nature. But then he couldn't even learn his way out of a community college classroom, and he would have the nerve to say, I hope someone like me is qualified. You fucking idiot, bro.
Over the weekend, Donald Trump appointed Erica Kirk, the wife of the late Charlie Kirk, to serve on the board of the Air Force Academy. Now, it happened relatively quietly. There was no major press release, no major announcement. Well, Erica Kirk has been appointed, according to The Hill and Fox News. The board of visitors for the Air Force Academy is made up of 16 people. It's responsible for making changes concerning the Air Force Academy and recommending those changes to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. It also provides an annual report for the Military Institute's morale, financial state, academics, and more. Erica Kirk has no military background. Herself, she has not served before. She joins people like Senator Mark Wayne Mullen and Tommy Tuberville, Kevin Cramer, other members of Congress on the board. She doesn't have to be, this is not like an appointment where she has to be confirmed by the Senate or anything. Trump can appoint her, and he did.
That is insane. She is literally the embodiment of a DEI hire. Now, I want to show y'all one more thing about Erica. And when I tell y'all, this is why I never feel sorry for this lady. She married someone like Charlie Kirk, a white supremacist, so obviously she feels the same way. And this latest speech confirmed that shit.
We live in the greatest country in the world. The greatest country in the world. Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever
wait. So he's a young white postal worker. But that's what everybody was saying after this clip right here, dog.
To you, we need.
Why did she have to bring up white?
The reason why she brought up white, Antonio, to me is because they're trying to do a campaign to victimize white people so that white men can be the victim and they can get special treatment all over again. Because right now they seem to believe they're not getting special treatment, and special treatment, or the lack thereof, means oppression to them, dog. But I want to direct y'all attention to something right quick. You know, this is what I want to say right here. Over the past 200 years in America, can you give me a side-by-side comparison of things that black people have done to white people that would be oppressive, and things that white people have done to black people that would be oppressive? Give me a side-by-side comparative. I don't know if any of y'all are going to be shocked at this, but it's going to be overwhelmingly us on defense and them on offense. Okay, what white system did to black people? Oppression, chattel slavery, kidnapping, buying and selling black people as property, forced labor, family separation, rape, torture, and bans on education and movement, 1820s to 1865. No black run institutions enslaving white people. No legal system where whites were property of black owners. Oh my God, they're so fucking victimized, dog. What the hell are we talking about? Let's continue though. Law and courts under slavery. Laws defining blackness as a status of permanent inferiority. Courts enforcing slave codes, banning testimony of black people against whites, and criminalizing escape or resistance. No black controlled legal system, writing whites into lower caste or denying them legal personhood. 1865 through 1900, black codes, post-emancipation black codes to lock black people into cheap labor, vagrancy laws, convict leasing, re-enslavement through prisons, racial terror, lynchings, mob attacks to keep black communities subordinated. Black communities did not control states or police. No black codes targeting whites. No black run convict leasing of white people. Legal segregation in schools, housing, transit, and public spaces. We're not going to read all of this, but guys, we are the victims and they are the oppressors. It's never been us against them. It's always been them against us. Come on, man. They got to stop with all this bullshit. And the crazy part is it's pissing me off because they so stupid that they're not going to go do any research. They're going to run with this and we're going to be the bad guys.
And then she said a white male, man. The niggas that delivered mail? What are you talking about? We know what she meant, though. She meant to say white men. Those be the dog whistles I talk about. It's 2026, bro. And with these types of people in office, all my brothers stay on code.
Strong men out there. Strong men who are convicted. That will be good leaders, good husbands.
God,
good
dog.
fathers,
I hate
like
a face.
mine.
Bulldog face
God
ass.
has created you for a purpose and a reason far greater than you and I will ever know on this side of heaven. But just know that as long as you're a part of Turning Point USA, you have us by your side.
God,
and we will be there for you every step of the way. And just like this governor and many others that are out there, we got your back always. And we are honored and thrilled and just so grateful to God that you guys are a part of this family. So God bless you guys. God bless you.
We all for her, though. Let's move on to the next DEI hire. And for this situation, it's really crazy. It's comical. Trump basically endorsed a former Viner and a former YouTuber to become the next president of the United States. Or
Wait, what?
not president, but in the political space, which is, let's just watch this shit.
Yeah, what Mr. Trump has taught me is courage. You know, we never back down from a fight, even if they're...
Hey, y'all, by the way, real talk, if y'all living in New Orleans, right here, go to Baldwin and Company Coffee Shop. It's a bookstore, you know, featuring, showcasing a lot of black artists, and it's a black-owned coffee shop. Yeah, go check my people out, bro.
They're much bigger than you, much bigger than you. And I feel all the local Kentuckians feel the same way. You guys have that fight. You guys have that swag. There's a lot of young kids in here.
You guys have that swag, bro. Always.
Here, the future of America. I grew up just a few hours away from here, and my dad taught me to fight. And all of our voices matter in America. And I'm never afraid to speak the truth, and I know you guys aren't. We are here representing the United States, and it's just a blessing. Thank you, Mr. Trump. We need more factories like this thriving all over the country, and I know he's going to be the one to bring that here to us.
I'm sorry to pause.
Hey, bro, I bet you a year from now, that same factory probably going to be struggling, laying off mass employees, or just out of business altogether because of Trump's policies. Let's just call a spade a spade. Another thing is, Will ain't that delusional. You know, if this guy goes out there and starts talking disparagingly about black people, you know, I'm going to pick my battles. We're going to jump him because he got hands for real. You know, some of these white boys can fight after they get a little training and shit. I'm not just going to run up on him. We going to come about 3-4 deep for him, and we going to dog walk him. Granted, as if he started talking shit about niggas.
But bro, Jake Paul has a very big influence, especially on Gen Z,
Facts.
white Gen Z to be specific, right? And I could tell they just eating this up. And this is going to make them cling to Donald Trump more because it's Jake Paul, you know, the WWE star, the YouTuber, the dude over Prime. Trump is using him and he's using Trump. There's nothing genuine about this shit. So it's like,
I know God is with us. I know he wants us on the right side of history. And everyone here has to do their part. And God's got us.
hold on, I just peeped something too. This nigga sweating bullets. God damn, boy.
Hey, but I bet you didn't peep this, my young brother. The subtleties, right? He said what?
And everyone here has to, he wants us.
There's nothing genuine about this shit. So it's like,
I know God is with us. I know he wants us on the right side of history. And everyone here has to do.
All right, so listen, guys, I know I do a lot of this, man, but I really want y'all to understand something. This is psychology. This is indoctrination. This is brainwashing. This is them being taught from day one that they are basically the next thing in line underneath God. Watch this. Can you tell me about the discovery doctrine and how they use Christianity to convince white people that it's God, then white people, then everything else underneath them? And can you keep it short and concise? All right, y'all, let's do a little reading. The doctrine of discovery was a series of 1400s, 1500s Christian church decrees that told European Christian rulers they could claim and rule lands inhabited by non-Christians. It said that if a Christian monarch's explorers discovered non-Christian territory, they had a God-given right to take the land, resources, and even enslave or rule the people there. Over time, this turned into a spiritual and political hierarchy. God at the top, then Christians in practice, European rulers, then Christian commoners, with non-Christian people cast as inferior and in need of conquest or conversion. As Europe came to be associated with white, that Christian supremacy merged with racial ideas, becoming white Christian on top and everyone else underneath. This logic was later used to justify colonization, indigenous land theft, and the enslavement and subordination of black people in the Americas. God got us. That's what God got us means. Y'all be thinking I be pulling this shit out of my ass. I don't, bro.
Do their part, and God's got us.
hold on, I just peeped something too. This nigga sweating bullets. God damn, boy.
Sweaty arm ass.
Got us. God bless. Love you, Kentucky.
And the problem is I don't dislike this guy yet, but I know I will in the future. I just know for a fact I will.
No, he's a great guy. He's a courageous guy and a talented guy. He's a hell of a fighter, too, by the way.
Got
And
his
I
ass
just
beat.
want to say,
Boy, Joshua Anthony tore his ass out the frame, broke all his jaw, but he's a great fighter. He'll whoop me, but he ain't whooping no great fighter. Come on now. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that iron on me.
I predict, I'm going to make a prediction that you will be, in the not too distant future, running for political office.
Up, the grooming begins.
And you have my complete and total endorsement, okay? No, that's what we want. He's an incredible guy.
God damn.
I'm laughing, but it's not funny because these are the people that are going to be governing the lives of my kids. You know what I'm saying? Y'all future kids, if you don't have any. It's crazy. Even the fact that Donald Trump is president, right? He was a celebrity and now he's the president of the United States, bro.
Jesus
so this is
Christ,
yeah,
bro.
wow. Now, the next DEI hire I want to talk about is RFK Jr. He is the United States Secretary of Health and Human Services.
And
I said,
not
I'm
qualified.
scared of a germ. You know, I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats.
For the first time in human history, well, recent human history, white people have to compete with black and brown. Now, white people, I'm talking to you right now because y'all be sneak watching my shit. Do y'all think that if a black person said this shit, he would be sitting right there in front of that camera right now with that job title? Just be real. Pull your ass.
Snort cocaine off of toilet seats. This is the MAGA Secretary of Health.
This is also the individual God, then him. That's God, then him. He's sniffing cocaine off a dirty ass toilet seat, but there's God, then there's him, and then there's the rest of us who ain't never snorted coke off a damn toilet seat in our lives, bro. But there's God, then there's him, the toilet seat coke sniffer, then us. You really can't make this shit up, dog.
Okay. And I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to make the shit about race.
Nah, do it. We love it.
Imagine like a black person in a high position saying some shit like that. Those folks would have been ready to crucify him and get him up out of that office.
Bro, imagine if a black person tried to run for anything, tried to get anything in life, tried to get any job, move into any apartment, whatever. And he had 34 convictions. He had over 30 plus grape allegations. He's been known to file bankruptcy. He's ruined multiple companies. He's been racist. He's been all kind of shit. He discriminated against a certain group of people. That man couldn't even get a job, let alone to be the president of the United States. Mediocrity, bro. Like, that's what it is, man. This is not a meritocracy-based society that we live in, because the proof is in the pudding and is literally right in front of us.
But since it's a white man, nobody, you know what I'm saying? He's still there. This is crazy.
Fuck.
This is crazy. He said, I'm not scared of a germ. I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats. And that's what he's telling us. So imagine the other things he used to do.
I know this disease will kill me. Right. Like if I don't treat it, which means going to meetings every day, it's just bad for my life. So for me, it was survival.
This administration has been demonizing DEI, telling us how bad it is. This diversity, equity, and inclusion has been giving people jobs that they're not qualified for, which I find to be very interesting, because this administration is, you know what, I'm just going to show you. For example, Pete Hegseth, you know, Mr. Crab Legs for everybody, is a former Army vet and Fox News anchor. He is now the U.S. Secretary of War. Do you know who was holding that position?
Secretary of War is crazy.
Lloyd Austin, a 4-star Army general, a commander of the U.S. Command Center, a man that was overseeing the wars in the Middle East.
Damn.
Do you see how one of these dudes' qualifications do not match up to the job? And it ain't Lloyd Austin? Seems like DEI to me. RFK Jr., a man who was a lawyer, an ex-presidential candidate, is now the Secretary of Health and Human Services. Do you know who held that position before? Xavier Becerra, a man who was part of Congress for 12 plus years, a man who was the U.S. Attorney General of California, a man who at least had some type of background in healthcare law. Do you see how one person's qualifications don't add up to the position? And it's not Xavier? Sounds like DEI to me. And Kash Patel, with his eyes wide open.
This nigga.
Because Kash Patel on that Adderall, man. There's an Adderall epidemic going out here in these streets, baby. He on it. Hey, look at his eyes, man. Just Google Adderall eyes. Google them. Fuck it. I love y'all. I'll Google it for you. See, when you're on Adderall and heavy doses of it, it basically messes with the nerves to the point where you can't literally not do this. It's crazy. But yeah, that's Kash Patel for sure. Allegedly. Dirt ass.
Kash is so funny. Like, he always look like, I don't know, he just always looking strange and crazy or something, bro. He never look calm. Like, bro, let me give you some meditation lessons. You feel me? Relax, my boy.
This man was a public defender and a staffer at the HIC, and now he's the director of the FBI.
He's doing a horrible job right now, too.
Do you know who held that position before? Christopher Wray, Assistant Attorney General of the United States of America, a man who was head of the DOJ's criminal division. Do you see how somebody's qualifications don't add up to the position? And it's not Christopher? It sounds like DEI to me. Now listen, before you even go there, this is not about whether or not the people prior did a better job. This is about qualifications and who's more qualified. You told me race and gender shouldn't matter. It should be about the qualifications. So when we talk about the qualifications of the people in office now and the people prior, who was more qualified?
Right. So y'all, this is crazy, man.
Yeah, man. You know, and to further solidify what's happening and what y'all are learning right now, I want y'all to consider the fact that Donald Trump is a failed businessman, a con artist, a criminal, a racist, and he had the nerve to fix his mouth to talk disparagingly about Obama and his wife, who are both on paper more successful than he was. Honestly, let's just call a spade a spade. He was a better president. And I know a lot of y'all say, man, he ain't really do nothing for black folks, but he ain't do nothing to hurt you either. Not that I know of. I could come back later on with new evidence and things of that nature. If I read a comment and y'all say, Will, go read this, and y'all actually tell me I'm wrong, then I'll change my stance on that. But what I will say is this: Obama, smart, intelligent, lawyer. He was the editor at Harvard, which means you're smart, right? All kind of stuff. Michelle Obama, right? Chicago University, smart attorney. What has Trump done to prove that he's smart? He's never done anything but be a con artist, bro. And he conned the American people, the majority of them white folks, to put him in office.
This is one of Elon Musk's, one of his friends hate that. Oh my God, I hate Elon Musk. I'm gonna make another video on him soon too. But it says Elon Musk DOGE bro in charge of canceling DEI doesn't even know what it is.
I just seen something DEI with this guy.
There was the EO explicitly laid out the details. I don't remember it off the top of my head.
It's okay. I'm asking for your understanding of it.
Yeah, my understanding was exactly what.
Okay. So can you?
I don't remember what was in the EO.
So right now, do you have an understanding of what DEI is?
No, he don't.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Okay. So what's your understanding as you sit here today in this deposition?
Well, it was exactly what was written in the EO. And so anytime that look at a grant through the lens of complying with an executive order, we would just refer back to the EO.
Right.
Bro, you can tell he's someone who was placed in the position that he's in. His father was somebody important. Somebody knows somebody, and that's how he got his job. Because white people, sit down when I tell y'all this. If there was a black guy and a white guy going up for the same position, and it's a big position, I'm almost 100% certain that the black person is probably twice or even 3 times as qualified, because he has to be even be crazy enough to apply to the position. Because we grew up, most of us grew up, at least if we had smart parents that told us we got to work twice as hard to get half of what they got. So in other words, if a motherfucker is going up to become like the chief of surgery at whatever hospital and he's just so happened to be black, man, that man resume gotta be crazy for him to be even delusional enough for him to fill out the application in the first place. He gotta have twice the surgery hours, twice the credentials, probably served in the military too, all that kind of stuff, all the intangibles, just for him to out compete that white boy who probably ain't even got the accolades, bro. We gotta work so hard to get these jobs, man, because people assume that we're not smart, we're not lazy, we're incapable of leading, all of that kind of shit. That comes with us being black. We are discounted from the moment we walk in, and then we have to prove to them that we are 3 times better than that person, and don't even expect 3 times the pay. We just want that or something close to it.
Give your definition of it.
Okay, but I guess stepping back from your methodology strictly in terminating the grants, do you have an understanding as you sit here today of what DEI means?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your understanding of what it means?
Well, it is exactly what was written in the EO.
Oh my.
Why is it?
Who is this guy?
About Holocaust survivors. DEI.
Objection.
Who the fuck is this guy? For real, man. Who is this guy, man? DOGE staffer who flagged grants for DEI struggles to explain what DEI is. What's his name? What's this guy's name?
New video tonight showing DOGE operators sitting for a deposition, and it's going viral. Multiple organizations filed a lawsuit against the Department of Government Efficiency after the group cut thousands in grants and programs related to DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. But one DOGE staffer, Justin Fox, that you see there, was asked to describe his understanding of DEI. Well, who you see there was, but one DOGE staffer, Justin Fox, that you see there was.
All right, Justin Fox, DOGE staffer, education background. Let's see if something pops up. All right, guys, I was trying to find his educational background to drive home a point. I'm pretty sure this guy he looks like one of those frat bros at a college, probably went to a private school, and this is all assumptions, but I'm just peeping the way he carries himself, and this look on him I've seen it a million times because I've been around rich white people and shit. He's the guy who rich parents see early in life and says, damn, he's not really operating on a high IQ, right? So they say we have to send him to a school where he can make connections and get a network so that one of his friends can gift him with a job later because he's not going to qualify for it. This is the type of person we're dealing with. And he's racist because he went around those white people at those white schools who look at everybody who isn't white or rich like they're beneath them. And this is the person that you get. This is a very interesting subject right here because it shows you how like a lot of these people are nothing but DEI hires and legacy hires.
It's the gender-based story that's
stupid ass
inherently discriminatory to focus on this specific group.
It's inherently discriminatory to focus on what specific group?
The gender-based. So females during the Holocaust.
And you believe that that's inherently discriminatory?
Yeah, because it ain't focusing on white males. If it ain't the center of a white male, then it's not right. I will continue to preach that. We see it in video games. We see it in movies. We see it in offices. If it isn't a white straight male, then it's not the correct thing. Anything but that. You know what I'm saying? That's it for this video.
Hey, I got a question though, Antonio. Do you actually play the guitar or is it just a prop? Because I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. People think I play the guitar to this day and I don't play a lick of the guitar. I found this old picture of me. I posted this picture on Facebook one time. People was like, yeah, boy, you used to play the trumpet in high school and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not high school, but I didn't play the trumpet, the trombone in middle school and shit, right? But I don't know how to play no damn guitar. And I'm wondering. Bro, I know y'all just be like, this nigga videos be all over the place. It is what it is. Goddamn. I'm ADHD and I don't take Adderall. It is what it is, man. But listen, don't forget to
hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.
All right. Oh, I'm forgetting. See, ADHD. Let's read a couple of. I'm sorry, y'all. Please deal with me. Charlie Kirk lectured about DEI. Meanwhile, his wife is a recipient of getting this role without any qualifications. Meanwhile, African-American pilots worked hard for their role, but was mocked by Charlie. Man, fuck Charlie. Remember, 65 to 68% of DEI hires are white women. Black people make up less than 10%. It's around 4%. Love to see well-informed brothers and sisters. Much love to you all. Black commercial pilot here. Almost all my flight instructors and designated pilot examiners were all white men, and I still passed because I was shown to be within standards of qualifying for my license. Even my interview at an airline I got accepted to, my interviewers were white men, and I still got hired because I qualified. So it pisses me off when I hear people say they don't want to get in a plane because the pilot is black, when I'm like, yo, I just went through all of this training. It was shown to be 1000% qualified by people of your own race who trained me, and you still don't feel safe. What more do you want from me? It's literally madness. Damn, I actually know a black pilot, and he actually is either the cousin or the uncle of a girl I used to date when I was like 18 years old. And I just remember being so impressed by this guy. He was like the man in their family, right? Smart, educated, used to be in the military and all that kind of stuff. And he was flying commercial pilots and shit. And I was just like, boy, that's a man. I got it, man. Because he was making that guap too. That's another reason why I respected him. But yeah, I never once in my life said to myself, damn, I'd be scared to get on that plane with him because I don't hate myself like some of y'all. You know, they actually had black people who was defending this shit when Charlie Kirk said that stuff about the DEI hires and the air pilots. Black people was defending that. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Shout out to Antonio Talks. I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one.